it's me, and today we're gonna be watching a true story animation about a genius whose mom is an idiot. Let's watch.
When I was in the first grade, and after I was done doing the task Miss Janice gave us, I started reading a book. The teacher looked at me through her thick glasses. "What are you reading? Show me." I slowly pulled out the book from my lap. "You're reading Shakespeare's sonnets?"
For a second, I thought she was gonna pull out a naughty Shakespeare. Oh, so you think you smart, huh?
"I'm sorry, miss. When did you learn to read this?" "When I was 4. Shakespeare is my favorite poet, and Agatha Christie is my favorite author." Miss Janet looked really surprised. She and I had so much in common.
We got a genius!
One day she said, "Why don't I walk you home today, and I can have a little chat with your parents?" I led Miss Janice to my house, and to my horror, we walked straight into one of Mom and Dad's screaming matches. "How many times do I have to tell you the same thing?"
Whoa, her dad is anime Mario.
"It's a ketchup stain." "Stop lying to me. I know that was lipstick."
She really pulled out the belt for a ketchup stain.
"Mom, Dad, we have a visitor." The two stopped short and turned to look at us. "Hi, I just wanted to talk to you about Sarah. We want to put her in the Gifted Kids program and, yeah, whatever. Anything you want me to sign before I leave?" And with that, he was out the door. I hated their fighting, but I was too happy to care for a change.
"Sir, ma'am, your child is a genius." "Okay, and? What do you want?" I can't imagine having parents this horrible. They don't care.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and this is my story about how I made money being the babysitter of my own mother. Dad just disappeared, and he had even blocked our numbers, and Mom just became a depressed couch potato.
She literally transformed into a potato crying emoji. If that isn't sad personified, I don't know what is.
I had to keep up with all my schoolwork and do all the house chores. At 14, I was already busy preparing for my SATs and applying to colleges. One day, when I was studying at home, I got a phone call that shook my world. Mom had been in a terrible car accident. I called Miss Janice and we rushed over to the hospital.
I thought she became a potato when she was forever stuck to the couch. How did you get into a car, let alone crash it?
The doctors told us that Mom had suffered a severe head injury and was still unconscious. A week later, Mom finally opened her eyes. The doctor came to check on her, saying everything seemed normal.
The doctor got the flashlight on max into her eyes. Yeah, she might be blind, but I think she's fine.
When we asked her what her name was, she pouted. "It's Candace, duh."
Candace? Candace who?
"What day comes after Tuesday, Candace?" Mom flung a plastic cup at his forehead. "I don't know, poop face. I want my mommy." The doctor said he needed to do a brain scan. Mom kicked up such a fuss as the nurses took her away. The doc made the most shocking discovery ever. Mom now had the brain of a 6-year-old. He said it was possible she might go back to normal, but it could also be a permanent condition.
Uh-oh. So, Mother is now no longer Mother. She is a 6-year-old named Candace. Is that a glow-up from the couch potato?
My mom had turned into an actual baby. My life just turned into a nightmare after that. I had to leave Mom at daycare before going to school. I could see all my college dreams slipping away as I dropped out of my SAT classes. I had enough on my plate right now with Mom and the housework, and boy, was she the brattiest 6-year-old ever. One day, when I just finished making dinner, I went to her room and found her busy pulling out everything from the cupboards and throwing it on the floor.
That is a demon child possessed. Hire an exorcist ASAP. Like, she throwing things, she chasing you. Lucifer saw an opening and he took it.
When I went downstairs, she was already at the dinner table. "Get your feet off the table, please." A minute later, I got hit by something on my face. Yuck. I hate broccoli. I want Doritos. Well, too bad. You have to eat your greens and can't hear you.
Oh, what do you do in this situation? I would have taken her to the gas station and left her there. Then she could be crackhead Candace working the corner. That's what happens when you don't eat your broccoli.
And she stuck her finger in her ears and started shouting gibberish. "Fine, put on your shoes and we'll go to the grocery store."
Enabler. She actually took her to the grocery store and bought her Doritos. No. I'll be like, you gonna eat this broccoli or I'm gonna shove it down your throat.
What happened next is something I'll never forget. Her eyes filled with rage as she unleashed a scream that was shrill enough to wake up the dead. She knocked over the entire rack of Barbies and then she threw herself on the floor and started kicking and crying.
Oh man, that's it. That's the last straw. I would have walked out. I don't know this person. Bye.
I couldn't get out of there faster. When we finally got home, she took one look at the Barbie and tossed it aside. Nah, it's really ugly. And she skipped off to her room happily. Just then, the doorbell rang. I opened the door to see it was Miss Janice. The minute I saw her, I hugged her and started crying. I can't do this. I can't be my mom's mom. I told her I wanted to sell Mom. I would just post it online. Mom for sale.
Nah, we'll consider trades. You got a pack of gum. Just take her.
Soon enough, I discovered the worst thing about being an adult. Paying bills every month. How was I going to pay for everything being a library assistant? That evening, I stopped at an ATM and withdrew the last $100 I had. I almost threw away the receipt without looking, when suddenly, I froze. I stared at my account balance. $13 billion.
What?
I looked around, half expecting a camera crew to pop up behind me.
I'm John Quinones and welcome to What Would You Do? It's gotta be a joke. 13 billion!
I ran back home and logged onto my computer to check again. Someone had anonymously sent me $13 billion. When Miss Janice came to visit me, I told her about the money. I asked her if I should tell the bank because it was clearly a mistake, right? No one sends someone $13 billion by mistake, love.
Unless it was Elon Musk. If I was a teacher, I'd be like, you wanna slide a couple million my way? You could buy islands with that. Plural.
It's yours to enjoy. And enjoy it I did. The first thing I did was hire a chef, a maid, and a nanny for Mom. I'd now come home from school to a clean mom, folded laundry, a clean house, and fancy food on the table.
Wow, you could have bought yourself the nicest mansion in town for that too. Dang, she got Rem as her maid.
I could go to any university now and take Mom and the nanny with me. One day, I walked into the lounge to find Mom watching Frozen for the millionth time. When she saw me, she ran over to me excitedly. I want to be Princess Elsa on my birthday. Look, I'll show you these birthday parties on YouTube. Looking at my mom's eager face, I just couldn't refuse. I hugged her and said she could have anything she wanted.
Yeah, bro, with 13 billion, you could literally buy Elsa and have her come to your birthday party.
I threw her a grand birthday party and invited the whole neighborhood. Mom made a special entrance in an actual carriage. She almost tripped on her flowing blue dress as she stepped out. I could see all our neighbors staring and snickering. Sometime later, I went to the bouncy castle to look for Mom and saw her in a corner crying, while the other kids shouted, "What are you doing here, you weirdo? You're a grown-up. You look so stupid and ugly." I just wanted to be Princess Elsa.
That's embarrassing. You know it's her birthday party, right? And it's a nice birthday party. Y'all can't even be nice to her? I mean, she kind of deserves it, but that's embarrassing.
I climbed onto the bouncy castle and snatched the tiara from the mean girl. No one talks to my mom like that. Come, Mom. We are going to cut the cake now. As Mom excitedly blew the candles, I made a silent wish too. Please, let Mom be normal again. When everyone had left, Miss Janice turned to me, smiling. You did a good thing for your mom. She looked really happy. You should sometimes be a kid and have fun too. She was right.
I thought she hired a maid. Why's she doing the dishes?
I had enough money to move out and settle down in another town where I could attend college. Miss Janice was sad that I was leaving. I bought a mansion that was especially made for toddlers and included all kinds of games. On my first day at college, Mom cried so hard and didn't want me to leave her with the nannies and the servants, but I put my hands around her face and kissed her forehead. You will be just fine, Mom. But I was wrong. 2 hours later, I got a phone call and knew that Mom had hit her head again. She was in a coma for 2 days. The doctor said that part of my mom's brain still thought she was an adult. That's why she was taking these risks, because she thought she was big enough.
Oh man, this coma, it's gotta do it. She hit her head once, she went full toddler mode. She hit it again, she better go back to normal, right? Isn't that how it works?
I just realized that leaving for college was still a bit too early. I spent my time at home and started writing. Writing was my only escape. I created my own blog, and it seems like people liked my stories. I was inspired by Agatha Christie's novels and wrote many detective stories. People were calling me the modern version of Agatha Christie.
Wow, so she's a writer now. If you're already a good writer, you don't even need to go to college. Am I right?
I couldn't be happier until one day I entered my mom's room and found her reading something, which didn't look like the children's storybooks I'd given her to read. What are you reading? Show me. She slowly pulled out the book from her lap. You're reading Shakespeare's sonnets? I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't. When did you learn to read this? I started before we moved out. Shakespeare is my favorite poet, and Agatha Christie is my favorite author. Was my mom a genius kid now? I knew how it felt to be a genius with neglected parents, and I just wanted to support Mom and help her improve her talent. But I didn't only want to help Mom. I thought all the kids around the world should have a chance too.
So now the mom is reading Shakespeare. This is like deja vu, except when your mom found out she didn't care. My daughter's a genius. Is that a ketchup stain? Don't care.
I volunteered to build huge libraries around the world for gifted and all kinds of kids. I understood that education and science are more important than money. I had billions, but they couldn't bring me happiness. I have everything I love in books. And my mom? She was and still is my #1 fan. Also, I found out that my mystery benefactor was a rich man who'd caused Mom's accident. He felt so bad that he'd looked us up and sent me the billions. I'm really thankful for that man. Not for hitting my mom, of course, but for giving me this great opportunity to make a little change in this world.
Oh man, I thought it was the dad. Like he somehow won the lottery. Oh, there ain't no lottery in the billions, is there? Anyway, so Mark Zuckerberg hit her mom's car and was like, hey, I feel bad. Here's money. A small fortune. Like what? One of the top 10 richest men in the world got into a car accident? Like, that's pretty lucky if you ask me. You can rear end me any day for $13 billion. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and make sure you turn on notifications. Click, and subscribe to join the wolf pack. Ow! I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.